Good morning, Shells Tells. It's Tuesday. And like the song says, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? No. You know why? Hold on one second. Lexi's calling. All right back at you, Shells Tells. That was Lexi. And we're summing up. I know you ain't seen me in a minute, but I'm back. Maybe. Could go off the scene again. Who knows? Ooh, depending on, I rock and roll with her. You know what I'm saying? And whatever she's doing, that's what I'm doing. And if she shuts down, I have to sit and wait, for her to get back up and make a video for you. So anyway, I'm coming from you down here in the corner pocket of the screen because all my device holders are not working, and I ain't got nowhere to put you while I drive. So you can stay right there. Sometimes I'll move over here, but stay right there. And also, we're going up the hill now. We're headed to work. And today's topic, this moment's topic, I wanted to talk about more things, about Shells Tells, and the things Shells Tells talks about. But we already know Shells Tells talks about all kind of stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense, or no, it makes sense. Now, don't discredit yourself. It makes perfect sense to you, Shell. It might agitate others because the truth does, right? Okay, but so today we are talking about behavioral problems. Do you know why we're talking about behavioral problems today? Because my little grandbaby Lonnie, she's not a little grandbaby, she's 4, but she is having all of a sudden, starting school, total freak out time out of nowhere. She might have been doing small things at home, but nothing to this nature. You know what I'm saying? It's bad, y'all, it's bad. Some days are good. Everybody's trying to work with her to school. Who knew? And I just want to make my theory on this. Whoops. My theory on this is when I was teaching my grandbaby, when I was watching her, did I overstimulate her mind? Because she's very smart. Awesome. With art, knowing stuff, little Spanish, just a little, poquito, not a lot. But anyway, I guess that meant poquito. I don't know. Now, I was wrong. I don't even know what that means. I just been around a lot of Spanish-speaking people as I work at stuff, and I hear them say little things like that. I don't know. Pequeña might be small. Who knows, guys? Look at her. We went here and there and everywhere. It's Amelia Bedelia, guys. That's what I call myself, Amelia Bedelia. I don't clean like Amelia Bedelia, but Lord, my mind is scatterbrained like Amelia Bedelia. She probably had a behavioral situation, a little ADHD, Okay, there we go. She brought it all back. Look how Amelia brought it back. So anyway, we're talking about behavioral problems. Okay, so immediately you say, not my kid, not my grandkid. Absolutely not. They haven't been acting like this. This school, this new school. That's what's happening. But when you get a chance to observe with an open mind, which me and my daughter did, it's not the school. And guess what? I went past my eating place. So and my phone fell down. You on real life? You say make a real life. Hey y'all, this Starbucks right here they put down here. Oh! She fell down the hole. This Starbucks they put right here, it doesn't get any business. And I'm wondering, why did y'all do that? But when they do stuff like that, it's for a reason. Don't you know now, like Bobby from Bobby's World. His mama said, then there, don't you know, Bobby? It's because what drinks coffee? Businesses and people going, everyday people around this neighborhood do not drink coffee. And yes, this is all over the place. It's all over the place, but we'll get back to Amelia Bedelia and behavioral problems, okay? So, they're building business parks around here. That's who drinks coffee. That's who drinks all those drinks. It's people that work in businesses, offices. So they're coming. They're tearing down all the trees and the animals and stuff. They don't have anywhere to go. Right back at you because I'm in BK. Have it your way. BK. So guess what? You're just going to have to rock with me in an angle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best I could do. And I don't want to hold nothing. I got to go. So anyway, I've been sitting up here doing all this talking. I rode past the food place. I rode past the tire. I got to get some air in the tire and to get my water in my cup. I forgot to do all that because, I'm just talking away about all kind of things. But anyway, we was on these business parks. They tearing down trees and stuff and land, big old plots of stuff. And, this is an industrial highway, so I'm sure there's no homes or apartments coming this way. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my granddaughter's having a problem at school, and it's really rough. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's on the way to go get her right now. Yesterday was a great day with 5 smiley faces at the beginning of the day. The end of the day went a little rough, but hey, it went great in the morning. Yeah, she's doing crazy things, y'all. Like throwing chairs into class, hitting the teacher. She done smacked her in the face. She done chased her and hit her. All those things are things that we don't see and experience. So I just want to tell people, don't always think it's the teacher or the class. Because when me and my daughter went and observed her, that was Lonnie on her own. No one was doing those things to her. But guess what I seen when I seen my grandbaby doing those things? Or guess who I seen? Do you know? Yeah, Shell seen herself. And immediately I realized I definitely have, guys, had a behavioral problem my whole life. As you get older, you can kind of tell yourself what triggers you and what don't, so you can avoid those things. But when you're little, you don't know what's going on. And when I see my baby doing that, she don't know what's happening. She looks like she don't want her brain to do that. She don't, it's a total disconnect. And I gotta help her because I still experience that to this day. I avoid certain things, y'all, because I can go from 0 to fire in 1 milliliter of a second. And I hate that. So I try to avoid things because I don't want to be that person. I want to use that for, when I'm in the army of the Lord fighting, when we have to really get physical and you have to throw all caution to the wind. You just got to get out there and get them. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Impulsive emotions. And she's a Sagittarius. And what's so crazy is I did not know she was a Sagittarius. I don't know where my mind was, but my grandbaby is a Sagittarius. Her name is Michelle, like her grandma, with colored eyes and pale skin and red in the head. And that's another thing, y'all. Redheads are connected to ADHD. And I thought about all the pale, light-haired people in my family, which is mostly me and my grandkid, my kid and my grandkids and my niece. We're all extra emotional. There was definitely a skunk back there in the mix. Have you ever rode over dead skunks? Oh, it comes up in there. And sometimes other things smell like a skunk, but it ain't. It'd be a plant. Anyway, yeah, that's real funkified. So, anyway, over here, I'm not going to show you, but I'll show you on another ride. They just all the construction cat vehicles, they just cleaning it out. And ain't nothing going to go up there but more business stuff, because this is a business complex and the airport is way out there. And come on back, Shell, fly on back this way from the airport and get back on what you was talking about, my grandbaby. So don't think it be the teachers and them, y'all. Don't think that as soon as you get your kid to school, oh, this is a new school. Look at what they saying my baby doing. My baby doesn't do this. She doesn't act like that. She doesn't, they're telling a story on her. No. What I observed is my grandbaby has something going on. And who knew? You know what I'm saying? She was in a nursery before that. You know, she was in a, you know. But the teacher she had was, her skin color was marvelous. And that's Greek for the color black. They say, you know, the color black, whatever that is. But thank goodness in other places, that is marvelous. And I'm just going to give you a thing about marvelous and stuff. Greeks. The Greeks, they used to work for African American people. That's the word I should have used. But, you know, African American people were called, their color was called marvelous. And white people's skin color was called icepress. So anyway, that's what I learned working with the Greeks, marvelous and icepress. So, my grandbaby teacher was marvelous. And at the preschool, she might have acted out a little bit, but that teacher had to check on it at 2.2. So, you know, my daughter never had, you know, that teacher had to step out for a minute, was gone for about 2 months, and that class got shipped over to this other class where the icepress teachers was, and it was just, you know, with no discipline. All of a sudden, my granddaughter just started, you know, doing things that she wasn't doing, and I was like, there's no self-control in there. That just like she's catching on to a bunch of children just running amok. Okay, well, then you get back with the marvelous teacher just for a minute, but then you about to get out of there because you got to go to the regular school. So, discipline is what I want to say, y'all. It's what I'm trying to get with it. And severe, not severe discipline, but good enough discipline. And I got to get ready to go. But when I seen my granddaughter like this, I seen myself, my daughter, my granddaughter, and that granddaughter right there. I seen it all. And I'm not going to let this pass us by this time and everybody just go through life not paying attention what it is, because it can hold you back when you get bigger in all kind of ways. And you get labeled. I'm definitely labeled. People still see me from when I was 13 and be like, ooh, that child right there. Yep, they do. They do. But I got labeled. And see, you don't know that. So I'm going to help guide her in the way you're not about to get labeled. And the other thing I want to say is, back to this before I get off of here. Parenting and discipline is very important. And I'm not saying that ain't in there. But the discipline I'm talking about, my kids didn't act up. Even I have noticed that even people with whatever kind of disability you might have, sometimes it's Down syndrome, sometimes it's other kind of handicaps that mentally, you know what I'm saying, you can't really function. But when you got the right discipline in the home, even the disabled child with whatever disability they got, they know how to walk the line. Regardless if I got this going on, they know how to walk the line. So unless they're just too far gone, they just, you know, being taken care of, they don't know nothing about walking the line. They you know, because their handicap might be a little bit too much. But those who can function and you've got good discipline at home, that doesn't happen. Did my daughter have a few outbursts a couple of times, several times during school? Yeah, maybe kindergarten, like right now where her teacher's at. I mean, the class my granddaughter's in. And what's so ironic is her name is Miss White. My daughter's teacher in kindergarten was named Miss White. And I was called about my daughter acting up in kindergarten as soon as she got there with screaming and stuff like that. But guess what? Those things didn't occur too much after that because it was the discipline in the home. My daughter had some kind of outburst maybe in the 3rd, 4th grade, somewhere around in there. And then something went down in the 6th grade, just in the middle school, just like it did with me when I had an incident where, I don't know if I've ever said it, maybe I did one time in a Q&A I was doing, but I lost it. And girl come in and mess with me, and I did something violent, and I burned her with an iron. But that wasn't on purpose. I was in my house. She came in, so she got charged with breaking and entering. You know, nothing good about me burning her, but I blacked out. You know, you black out. I'm telling you, you black out. And so anyway, my daughter did something in middle school where, you know, the combs with the pointy ends, but they're steel, you know what I'm saying, that divide your parts, and you know, it's got the steel pin on it. Well, she had one of those. That's what she was doing her hair with. Somebody was bothering her at school. She asked him to stop. I guess he was a continuer botherer. So she ended up stabbing him in the back with that pokey thing, you know, and it's like, oh my goodness, honey, she had to go to a alternative school for 45 days, but yet she is calm and gentle and subtle and all the time. My baby had to go sit in that school for 45 days, and she was the only one in that class, and you know, and that was just incredible. But had I paid attention to those things and not try to discipline, not saying that the discipline didn't help, because somebody said the other day, I never known that about her. How did y'all fix it? Discipline, you know, but it was you know, and you know, discipline, getting pop whoopings. I'm just gonna say it. Children didn't get beat. You can ask them right now how they feel about their life. They'll tell you. You know, do kids hate getting a popping all the time? Yeah, but when you learn that popping's coming, you normally stop. You know, you don't do. You get in line, and then therefore you don't got to worry about getting popped all your life. Me personally too, poppings do have to come in handy, but you know, you take things away from people, that hurts their pride more than anything. Control. And I have a problem with that too. So that's why I think my granddaughter has a problem with all of that, being told what to do, because they're trying to say maybe like it's ADHD or ODD, like a order defiance disability. I always knew when I was a kid, I hated when people told me what to do. But see, I was having problems, but I grew up with it and I made it, and I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. I can deal with this. I'm dealing with it, and I know what sets me off, and I just try to, you know. But the grandkid needs help. My granddaughter needs help, and all those who may be going through that, if you have children that are going through that, you know, don't think, and it just happened all of a sudden, don't think it's the school. Something's going on with your baby, and I hate to see that in her head. You can really see it. You can see when she looks at you and she tries to focus, when you tell her, look at me and pay attention. You see her brain totally calm down, and she, for a minute, she tries to get on track and watch you, but then it's back to silliness. What does she kind of remind me of? Like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. You know, she's not, she ain't jumping around like that. Lonnie just loves to talk, and she loves to play. She loves art stuff. She loves learning. She loves new things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if I done learned ABC since I was born, I'm tired now. I know what ABC is. Anyway, I want to get back to that overstimulating the child. I've been showing her something since she was here. Colors, cards, la 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 for 2 to 3 years. And I don't know if that overstimulated my baby and made her have this situation going on. I just don't know. But I did know my baby was different when she was born. As soon as I laid eyes on her, I said, that's me 100 times. It looks like it is. But anyway, y'all, we'll get back at you. It's so good to see you. I hope you're happy to see me, because I'm happy to see myself on here, you know. But anyway, y'all, looks like it's going to be maybe a cloudy day. That would be good, because the headaches have been rough, y'all. I haven't been able to go outside. I think it might be over with for me and outside. That feels like I'm breaking up with my love, you know. Okay then, y'all. Right back at you later on. Have a blessed day. Well, guys, I did it again. I rode back past the gas station I was supposed to stop at for air and water. I don't know where my mind is. That's been rough lately too, y'all. That's been rough lately too. I've been forgetting stuff, simple stuff. Migraine's been coming 100 miles an hour. Stress. But pay attention to your body too, but stress. Well, I surely do hope I'm going the right way, because they have turned this place into a maze. A road you done rode down for 40 plus years has been changed. You can't even tell what's going on. But, oh, look at him. It's all, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh. Oh, that was great. I'm so happy I got that. I'm so happy I got that. Look at that. Look at that. Please stay up there. It's going to fall down again, y'all. But anyway. Oh, bless me. I'm so sorry. Bless me. I'm so sorry. That person back there acted like they was going to have a fit. A fit. So, y'all, everything over there like this, how they tore all that down. One of my videos with this house right here, the Manigault Mansion. This, oh no, it's did a whole flipperoo. Man, I have no kind of video content. Anyway, a house used to be right here. There was my family's, somebody, and definitely right here. And definitely these buildings. But yeah, it was all up through there. I did a video. I was walking and showing you where I grew up at. So, yeah, they've changed all this stuff. Nothing looks the same. Nothing, guys, because you know. It's become a known little place around here. Little South Carolina town. Nestled right in the valley of mountains and streams running through the town. You know, they've turned it into all that. So what Michelle is doing is I've had to come through all of this to get to the little gas station. All these things. Who eats at this? Who eats at this? Nobody I know eats at all that. Go in there and count how many colors of people you see. Shell, don't stop it. I see it. Okay, I'm getting triggered. I'm stopping. But I can't help it. You know, I just can't help it. I need an urban city. I need a severely urban. Look. They just do what they want to do. Jump right on out there. And then they done made these crosswalks for people. You know what I'm saying? They never had it before. Before all different kind of colored people came here. They didn't have it then. They're at will. You know, you wait for the car. Before you go out there. But no, now you better watch for that person. You'll get a ticket. I need urban places because this has become a showroom and they know what they want to attract. And like I said, I'm getting triggered. Let's not get triggered. Okay? All right. So we're talking about getting to the gas station, ice and air. Oh, well, they got a Poppy's Taco. I didn't know they had that down here. But how would I have known, you know? Poppy's Taco. Okay. That's great. And let's see. And they got the mellow mushroom. This is it, guys. This is what. Oh, well, you got yourself a front row seat. Of the little corner but you know, it's got all this going on down here. None of those things were here before. None of those things. And see over there where it says the Greenville Army Navy store, it used to be that. It was classic Coca-Cola. You want some Coca-Cola? It was over there where the Greenville, South Carolina sign is. Meet me on Main Street. I know that's right. I shouldn't laugh at my town, but it's not my town. I just live here. Ain't got nothing to do with this. My name ain't on nothing of this town. But when I used to run through here, y'all, when I was little, all these places were empty. All these places had, what did they have? Let's people watch, because I love to people watch. You can see a lot of things people watching. But anyway, these stores had cobwebs in them with mannequins from a long time ago. Cobwebs hanging from them. And Shell, you know, she got in buildings. She did. She used to get in all these buildings down here, y'all. Way before they came to town. Uh-oh, it's friends. Anyway, you need to stop it. anyway, where are you going? You're gonna end up going to the one you didn't want to go to. You're riding around, you're wasting time. You need to get to work, you need to clock in because you got to do that. Then you got a house to go clean. So don't forget all these things, son. Get out here and get to going. Anyway, that was a little moment of riding through town. So about missed the gas station again, but we're right here at it. And that gas station would be QT, where you don't eat off the hot roller. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna end it there, and I don't know, I feel a little funny. And I've been feeling a little funny. So I'm going to take a break right here and just try to get this ice and air and work. And if I don't get back at you for the day, which I might not, because the attitude and the personality could be different by then. So all I'm going to say at that point is I love myself. So many things going on, but I've always loved myself as I am. I love myself. And I'm thankful for God. He sent me here like this. And not only am I smart and I might have a behavioral problem, but I feel stuff. Very sensitive to things, feel energies, feel things. You can feel them. So anyway, all I want to say is I love you. And so does God. Amen.